Hey, welcome back to the Ragone Show on the Believe Network and Draft Network. We're here at Golden Touch Cuts on the University of Miami campus. And of course, as you see, we're here with Tyler Van Dyke. I'm glad to have you back on the show. It's been a while.
It's great to be back. Yeah, it's been a while.
Bro, the last time we talked, man, when was it? I mean, it was after you took over the starting job last year. You had, what was it, like 4 games on your belt, 5 games on your belt, something like that.
Yeah, sometime during the middle of the season. Probably like game 8 or something like that. After that, I think it was.
It's crazy, seeing the progression from then to now.
Yeah.
And obviously, we'll get into everything from this season, but I wanted to ask you, first of all, your thoughts coming into the season, like, your goals for yourself and things like that. How do what were you expecting? What were you wanting to do, goal-wise on yourself?
I mean, goal-wise, first win games. Obviously, unfortunate start.
Mm-hmm.
But, we still have 7 games left to fix that. So, our goal is still out there, the ACC championship. So, let's go out there and we got to do our thing this weekend and just do it every weekend.
So going from the first 5 games, starting game 1 all the way up to the last one, everybody knows out there how the 4th game went. What was your mindset those first 4 games? Like, how were you feeling, personally wise?
I felt fine. My normal self. And, I just felt like we didn't execute well and I didn't execute well. And, it's unfortunate how the last 3 weeks went with the L's, but you can't sit back and just hang your head on that. You got to move on. And after that 4th game, I just told myself, just go out there and be confident and be yourself and find yourself, and that's what I did. And we just have to, get it going with the wins, and hopefully we get it this weekend and play a good team. So I know I trust the guys around me and we'll get it done.
Yeah, for sure. It seems, the whole team, like, we all weren't executing to our capabilities, those first couple games. Because, we could just look at a few plays and it's crazy how football works. A few plays can change our record right now. You can literally just take 5 plays out and you can change our whole record. And it's kind of crazy that, life works the same way. You change a few moments in your life and all of a sudden, it goes this way, that way. We've talked about a bunch of stuff like that, during the bye week. And getting into that, coming off that 4th game, obviously it was probably one of the toughest games you've ever had, in your life.
Yeah.
And, being a part of the team, like knowing, like seeing everything out there, obviously everything wasn't on you. There was a whole contribution to everything that was going on. Everybody kind of just puts it on the quarterback because what comes with the role. You're the starting quarterback. Like, it comes with it. That's part of the job. And it's, it's same time, it's sad the way that works, but they have that saying, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Like, you gotta carry that shit no matter what. Like, that's just how it is. How was that after that game? How were you feeling personally? Like, after that, like, and what did you do during that bye week to kind of just prepare yourself to have the game that you did this last week?
Yeah, it was definitely one of the toughest games, my roughest games of my career. Mm-hmm. High school and college. So, I just told myself, you'll be fine. Just have a great week of practice, be positive, be energetic. And that's what we were as offense. And it really starts with me, where the energy goes and how positive and how we make plays. So, I told myself, don't hang your head. It's one game of your career, and one game doesn't define you. And, I feel like the bye week came at the perfect time for the team and for me. And we took advantage of trying to get that pass game going and it worked well. Obviously, we got to get the run game going as well as the pass game at the same time and really create that balance. But Yeah, I mean, mentally, I was good. Obviously, as anybody would, struggle a little bit right after the game and the day after. But
of course,
talked to a lot of people who helped me get my mindset right and understand that it's one game and that one game doesn't define you.
Exactly, bro. And I mean, we spent a lot of time together during those 2 weeks, and we had a lot of deep talks. Like, not even just about football. Like, we just had talks about like life, because things go on outside of football too. We understand that this isn't everything like who you are. This game doesn't define you as a person. And we talked about how it's funny how life mimics football, or football mimics life. I talked to you and said that's why a lot of parents, they put their kids into football, like not because they want them to be the next Patrick Mahomes, or they want them to be Tom Brady or Vince Wilfork, just Ed Reed, those guys. They put them in there to learn life lessons, because football teaches you about life, teaches you about, struggling and how to handle that, and how to handle adversity. And that's why I think football is probably the greatest, game on earth, because of that, and it helps you, connect with other people and work together to realize, what, I can't do this on my own. Let's see if we could come together and do this together to help, because you make me better just like I make you better. That's like how it does like on offense. And it was real cool to see like your energy just change. Like you because you're right, you do bring that energy. And we talked about that. We talked about that a lot. Like, you bring that energy, and it was good to see that, like, you realized it, and you started like, the more you were more confident, it brought confidence to the team, and it really, really helped. So going from that bye week, going from those practices, which I mean, obviously I was there, and you had a really great 2 weeks of practice. You looked good. You looked comfortable. You looked like you were having fun. How was it going into that game?
I felt good going in the game.
Yeah.
I was fired up. Didn't play a game in 2 weeks, and obviously the game didn't go well 2 weeks before that. So I was just fired up to get out there and just prove to myself that I can still do it and still have it in me, and not prove to anybody else. But to myself and my teammates that I'm still who I am. And
yep.
I proved that, and just got to continue that week in and week out. And obviously we got to get these wins going, and it starts there first and foremost, and just try to create that positive energy throughout the whole team, and then and just get those wins.
Man, it was. I wish you could have seen like my reactions, like on the sideline during that game, like seeing you out there, everything just started clicking, and it was crazy to see it. Everything looked like your old self. It looked like you were just having fun out there. It looked like last year.
Yeah.
Like you literally, it just looked so smooth. Everything was just under control. You looked so poised. I mean, it was truly like a badass game.
I mean, that's what it's all about, bro. Like having fun.
Yeah.
Just going out there and having fun with your teammates. Obviously, like I said before, we want to get the wins, but it's all about having fun. This game, it's a game, and obviously a lot of people are passionate about this game, and you want to win. You want to win championships.
Yeah, we all want to win. We all that's the thing. People don't realize. We want to win more than anybody out there. We're the team, you know what I'm saying? Like we work every single day. We put in so many hours. Like we want to win this.
Hate losing more than anything.
Exactly.
Hate it. I'd rather, I mean, obviously get the win, but hate losing. Like that's the worst feeling in the world. And it sucks, dude. And we got to get back on this winning streak. And I mean, I think the team has been in a good mood. Obviously with the bad start, and I don't feel like we're quitting or nobody's quitting or anything. We're just still going forward with it, and that's what it has to be. We still have 7 games left, and we got to keep moving forward. Yeah, and it starts with you. Like everybody feeds off like your energy throughout practice. Like even after the game, like when you talk, everybody reacts off of like things you say. If you feel like, hey, you know what, guys, we're gonna turn this thing around. Everybody feels like, you know what, we do have it in us. We can turn this around. And I think we felt that more this week too, which is, a really good, thing for the team for the camaraderie and things like that. It's just putting those pieces together, letting it all, because we haven't had, our best game. We haven't yet. And we
we haven't had our best, 4 quarters. Like we've had a good quarter here, a good quarter there. Like it's like same on defense. Like we let them get 350 yards in the first half, and then the second half they get like 120.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got to put everything together. I mean, it's the same on offense. Like we put up this many yards, this many points in one half, and then the second half we, put up way more. Like we just got to, balance out each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So, man, there was that one play. I think I quoted that one on Twitter when you jumped up like in the air or whatever. You're scrambling and jumped up and threw it to Henry in the end zone. Yeah. What were you seeing like during that?
So, it was a Mike linebacker read.
Yeah.
So I'm attached to Jaleel.
Yeah.
And then the other linebacker, the will linebacker, had Henry.
Yeah.
And the way he played it, he came underneath, so it made it weird at first to find that window. Felt pressure coming up on the edges, so just stepped up in the pocket. I actually thought I could run it in.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of space right there, and then the D lineman spun on the. I think it was Scaife or something. Not Scaife. Either Justice or Logan, whoever was in then.
Yeah.
He spun. I saw my face. I'm like, oh damn, what am I gonna do here? And I just see Henry right there, and I'm like, all right, let me throw it to him right there. So
it was a badass play. I mean, I was jumping up and down on the sidelines. That right there is. I came up to you on the sideline. And I was like, just smiling. I was like, man. I was like, you're feeling it. I was like, that was just badass. Like I felt like that Tyler is clicking. That Tyler, not that you weren't yourself before, but you just finally like said, screw it. Like I'm gonna play ball. Yeah. Like you said, like having fun. Like we all started playing this game. We all came to college to have fun playing this game. And of course, obviously, like we said, we want to win and stuff, but the whole premise of football is to have fun. Winning's fun. Making plays to win is fun. And people I don't think people understand like the whole concept of football as a whole. Like other teams make plays. That's how the game goes.
They're allowed to make plays too. Obviously, we don't want them to make as many plays as us, but it happens. It's part of the game, and you have to go through adversity.
Exactly.
It's how you respond to it.
Exactly. There's like they make a play. All right, now it's your turn to make a play.
Yeah.
Like it's just all about who makes the most plays at the end of the day, and that's why the game. That's what makes the game fun. Like, damn, they just they just made a big play. All right, like it's my turn. It's our turn. Let's go out there. Like, let's go have some fun. Let's go make a play.
Yeah.
But no, it was good to see that in that game, even though we didn't get the outcome we wanted. But you saw the back and forth, battle. Like we were out there fighting.
Yeah.
And I think we have a great chance to put it all together, these upcoming next weeks.
Yeah, I think we will. I mean, obviously there's been a lot of positives, and we just got to build off those, and then obviously fix the negatives, and just go from there. And focus on one game, one play at a time, and not look too far in advance. And I think we're one step away from, really taking it to the next level and start winning these games. Yeah, as a team, and
that we want to be.
Yeah, and like how we're supposed to be. What I mean?
I feel the same exact way. Like there's that one thing we're missing. We just haven't put it all together, and we feel like we're so close. Yeah, it's almost there. We got to execute on some more things.
Yeah,
and I think we'll be there.
Yeah, it's all about executing. Coach can call the play. You got to execute it. You got to make the throw. You got to make the catch. You got to make the tackle. You got to be there in coverage. Right time, right place. So, all about executing.
So, last time that I asked you to give a piece of advice, I'm going to give a piece of advice, but I want you to go ahead and go first, because there's younger players, not even at the quarterback position, it could be any position, that's going to face some adversity.
Yeah.
Like you did. You faced some, hard adversity. There's people, that didn't want you out there because of just one game, one half, like a few plays. give people like other players out there, a piece of advice, like how to handle that and how to bounce back, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, as an athlete, you're going to face a lot of adversity, all the great ones have. I mean, Tom Brady's probably has been through some tough times in his sports career, and it's going to happen. And it's all about how you bounce back from it. And you can't hang your head when something goes bad and a game goes bad. Mentally you have to stay up and move on from it and just pretend like it didn't happen. I pretended like it didn't happen because I knew that wasn't me out there. So you just got to keep grinding, keep working hard, no matter if you have a bad game or not. It's gonna happen. You don't play perfect every game. We're human. We're not out there superheroes. But yeah, just keep grinding. Keep doing what you've been doing your whole entire life. And don't let one game define you.
I like that a lot. And for my piece of advice, it kind of goes hand in hand with it. You say, don't let one game define you. Keep going, work hard, and stuff like that. My advice is that, it deals with all of life, and you're stronger than you think. There's going to be ups and downs in life, no question about it. Like, this is a conversation we've had before. And, during the down and hard times in your life, you just got to learn to embrace it, take it as a challenge. It may feel like sometimes it's one thing after another, like, man, things aren't going my way. There was a great quote, Shia LaBeouf. I was watching a podcast and he said, it'll all be good in the end. And if it's not good, then it's not the end.
Yeah.
That was a perfect quote. And when I think about life, I think of it as like, a roller coaster. And to give like a quick story, me and De'Eric last year, you remember we went to the Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. Well, I hate roller coasters. Hate them. But De'Eric's like, man, no, like, come on, like, go on the roller coaster. It'll be fun. And I'm like, man, I can't stand him. He's like, bro, just come on. Like, it's an experience. Like, let's just do it. It's all right, man, screw it. Dude, I screamed the whole way. I mean, I hated it. I could not stand it. And he's dying, looking over, just laughing at me. There's a picture. I wish we should have bought the damn picture. Nobody buys the pictures, at the end.
Did you see it at the end?
Dude, it was so funny. De'Eric's just sitting there looking at me, just dying, laughing. And I'm there just like so afraid, screaming. And, at the end of it, after we get off the ride, he's just laughing and stuff. And he's like, man, but did you enjoy it? I was like, man, I'm not going to lie. That was pretty fun. Like, I enjoyed it. And I think about that, and I think about life. Life is just like a roller coaster. There's going to be ups, downs, twists and turns. Shit, you may even go backwards.
Yeah.
But you can either be like me or you could be like De'Eric. You can enjoy all the ups and downs, twists and turns. You can laugh about it, embrace it. Yeah, the shit might suck, but you could still enjoy it because it's an experience at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Or you could be like me and you could hate it, scream, cry, all that bullshit. It's just at the end of the day, we're all going to be at the same place in life. Just like that roller coaster. We're all going to eventually get off that ride. At the end of it, are you going to be able to say, you know what? I really enjoyed that. That to me is exactly like how life is.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think everything else happens for a reason.
Exactly.
That happened for a reason. Just to come back from and face that challenge of that I could do that, and I think, obviously it wasn't good at all, but I think it was great that I faced that challenge in my life, before maybe a next game or whatever in the future, the next level, and know that I've been through this time before and I could do it again. I think, just giving advice to people out there, just like I said before, just keep grinding no matter what happens, just keep grinding. It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
You have these lows and then the next day you have these highs, it's down and up, and obviously you want to be at the high every single time. You want to be at the top of the roller coaster.
But that's not how life works.
It doesn't work like that. It's all about how you bounce back.
And another great thing about that too is like you learn to enjoy the highs. Like after a low part, like in your football career, you're like, all of a sudden we're about to get, we're going to win. We're going to win. I feel it personally. We're just going to start winning. and we're going to be able to enjoy it because we know what it's like to lose. We know what it's like to be down. You got a team that goes 12-0. Not every win feels good. Like not every win's like, oh yeah, you know, we won. You want
to go 12-0. That's
yeah,
you want to, but,
you know what I'm saying? But like not every, you know, a 12-0 team, you play a team and you know you're supposed to beat. It's just like, okay, cool. You know, we won a game we should have won.
Yeah.
It just like in life, you know, like you embrace all the other wins, like in life, like you enjoy them more. You know, you're at a high right now, so you embrace it because you know in life there's downs and ups, twists and turns.
And I think like I said before, everything happens for a reason. So us losing those 3 games, you know, I think it happens for a reason, you know, and I think it'll give us more motivation and, you know, more drive. I mean, obviously
our goals are still in front of us.
Yeah, they're still in front of us.
Yeah, we want to go to a conference championship. We want to win the conference championship. Yeah. It's still all there in play.
Still have 7 games left. You know, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we didn't want to lose those games, but like you said, like it's a part of life. It's part of the game. You know, you got lessons to learn. You can't learn them any other way. There ain't no like easy way to learn lessons. Like as we grow up, we learn that so much. Like I said, not even in football, but in life. If you got to go through some stuff, there ain't no easy way to go through it. You have to go through it to learn a lesson.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
But you know, I'm glad that, you know, I'm a part of this journey for you, and I'm glad you're a part of mine. I'm glad we get to go through this with, you know, with each other. You know, it's good that, you know, we're able to talk about these things. You know, obviously we've talked about more off camera. You know, we talk all the time, and I'm just happy that we're headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
And we have the right mindset, you know, on it.
I agree. It might not seem like it with our record, but I think we really are headed in the right direction. And obviously, it takes everyone in the program to buy into it. And, you know, it might take a little bit of time, but in the long run, I think all this right here is going to be for the good. And like I said before, everything happens for a reason. And obviously, it sucks that we lost those 3 games, like I said. But, you know, in the long run, I think it's going to be good for the team.
Hey, it'll all be good in the end. If it ain't good, it ain't the end.
Eventually, it will be.
100%, brother. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate y'all listening. Thank y'all, and we'll see y'all next time.
Appreciate you guys.